it's Teresa with ReSticksin.com, and I'm here again today with another great craft project just in time for Christmas. So the last person on my list is my neighbors. I always want to do something fun, but it seems like since I'm not necessarily obligated, they fall down to the bottom of my list. But I'm gonna make up for it this year. I'm gonna give out something really good. So everybody loves to give out homemade treats to their neighbors and their friends and that kind of thing, but I wanted to come up with a way to make that really special. So we are going to decorate these plates. So I got a glass plate, a glass square plate, and a glass bowl. At the store, these were both like $1.99 each, but I think you can even get glass plates at the dollar store if you want to even save yourself that buck. And what I'm going to be using are the Martha Stewart glass paints, and I'm going to be painting on the bottom so that it will be completely usable for food on the inside. The paint won't ever actually touch the surface that the food touches. But that means that all of our painting has to be done in reverse and upside down. So it sounds a little bit complicated, so let me show you what I mean. First thing I did was make myself some patterns, and I will make these available for you too. Just look right down below there. And then on my printer, I had it print mirror image. So that's why this is backwards. And this I'm going to put right here, and I'm going to tape that. I'll center it and tape it in there. And then that will be my pattern, and all I'll have to do is trace it then. And so I've got Santa's snacks for the big plate and reindeer rations for the little one. So let me get these in position, and then I'll show you how to start layering the paint process. With my pattern centered, I think you can get an idea. It looks backwards when you have it facing back to you, but when it's front, it'll all be right. Okay, so it's crucial. You don't want to end up doing all this work and then find out that everything's spelled backwards once you go to use your plate. So you want this plate to be very clean. Anything that is, any little fingerprints or anything that are going to be under the paint are going to be there for life. So super clean. And now you want to start thinking about this image in layers. So whatever needs to be seen first has to be the very first thing that you paint. So in this case, see how the A of my snacks is on top of the cookies? So my letters have to be painted first, and then I'll outline the cookies and do my chocolate chips, and then I'll paint the color of my cookies, and then I can paint the whole backdrop. So anything that's on top, you know, that's what you've got to get to first, because you're painting in layers from the top to the back, okay? So I've got my tiny little liner brush here and some black paint, and I'm just going to trace this image with my black and then let it dry. It doesn't take terribly long to dry, but you do want to be patient. Just plan for like 20-minute chunks at a time so that you can you know, get one layer done, let it dry thoroughly, because you don't want to botch this by getting impatient. So I'm going to start painting, and I'll see you when it's time to add the next layer on. The letters are dry, so my next layer is going to be all of this outlining and the chocolate chips. And on my little reindeer bowl, it's just the outlining. For my next layer, I'm going to paint in the light tan of the cookies, and on this one, it's time to do the orange of the carrots. With that layer dry, now I'm ready to paint the entire back of it. With this one, I painted the carrots orange, but the paint that I happened to have wasn't opaque, so I painted white behind it to kind of make that color pop. And then I painted the green stems. And then once I did it, I decided I'd just paint the whole thing white. So that's gonna get painted white, and this is gonna get painted a bright red. And I've got this little roller to make the whole thing go faster. And I'm just gonna paint the entire back. It took a few coats to get this background color as dark and thick as I wanted it, and a few days as it dried between those coats. But for just a few minutes here and there. The only process that was time consuming was just the paint drying. I think I have something that I think is gonna become a tradition in our family. I think that these turned out so cute with a separate bowl for the reindeer rations. I just want to squee all over the place. I'm so pleased with how they turned out. I'm going to do a sealer coat because this glass paint does tend to be a little bit delicate for dishware. So I'm going to seal it, and even then it's hand wash only. But I think that it's a really great technique and provides something that's just so beautiful and handmade and heartfelt. I can just imagine the years ahead as we set these out every Christmas Eve for Santa. It's pretty adorable. So I hope that you guys will give this a try, that you'll experiment with something handmade this Christmas, and use your creativity to create some traditions for your family and your neighbors and all the people you love. Leave me a comment if there's any questions I can help you answer, and subscribe to the channel for lots more great ideas, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.